Good morning, and thank you for joining us here in the First Alert News Center. I'm Jordan Markoff. New this morning, all lanes of Old Chapin Road are now back open after a crash this morning. Now, we're going to show you some pictures here that the Lexington Police Department shared of this crash. This happened near Waverly Court in Lexington. So these, as I said, came from the Lexington Police Department, and you could see several first responders were on the scene. There was a car that went over the guardrail and flipped. EMS have taken the driver to the hospital. Police say that the driver is at fault and will be issued citations for reckless driving and unlawful passing. Also new this morning, an Irmo man has been sentenced to 11 years in federal prison for fentanyl distribution and gun violations. 34-year-old Joseph Johnson pleaded guilty to these charges. In January of 2022, West Columbia police officers found Johnson with fentanyl and a stolen loaded handgun. At the time, he was prohibited from having a firearm because of his 19 prior convictions. The next month, while Johnson was out on bond for those crimes that I just mentioned, he sold heroin and another loaded pistol to an undercover source. During that drug transaction, Johnson was armed with a firearm in his waistband. Then in July of 2022, when authorities arrested Johnson for the February incidents, they found him once again with heroin and fentanyl. U.S. District Judge Mary Geiger Lewis sentenced Johnson to 11 years in federal prison with 6 years of court-ordered supervision after that.
That lunch was really good.
You know, it really was, but I'm just kind of feeling a little itchy, and I'm not really sure.
There's a test for that.
Choose your test, choose your time, get your answer. Call 803-769-8100 or go to anylabtestnow.com.
The Biden administration is canceling student loans for another 160,000 borrowers through a combination of existing programs. The Education Department announced the latest round of cancellations today, saying it will erase $7.7 billion in federal student loans. With the latest action, the administration says that it has canceled $167 billion in student debt for nearly 5 million Americans through several different programs. Now you can find that story and many more all on our website, WISTV.com. Thank you so much for joining us today.